the Nintendo expansion pass, the online expansion pass, Kelv. All right. Nintendo finally announced the price of their expansion pass where you'll be able to play Nintendo 64 games on your Switch. All right. The price for that, for the membership, is $50. It is $80 for a family plan of up to 8. Okay. Now, the normal yearly membership for Nintendo Online is $20. So we're seeing a $30 spike increase for the expansion. All right. What does that $30 net you? It nets you the Nintendo 64 titles. Okay. So that's Dr. Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario and Tennis, Sin and Punishment, which I have never heard of before.
Never heard of that in my life.
I don't know what the hell that game is. Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Win Back. No, don't know what that is either. Yoshi Story. And then you also get access to the Sega Genesis titles, so you get your Sonics and whatnot on there. Okay. You also get access to Animal Crossing New Horizons DLC, which is called Happy Home Paradise, and that's $25 on its own. After information I just said here, what do you think of this price?
Man, honestly, I don't even want to entertain this subject because the outrageous online plan that Nintendo is charging for $50, $50 for what? Like you're spending $50 on old games, right? That I get. They hold a sentimental value to a lot of people, me, myself included, right? Like I played a lot of those games.
Can I interrupt you for 1 sec too?
Yeah.
If you want to get really nostalgic, you can buy the wireless N64 controller for $50. So
Another
now
50.
you're $100 in the hole to play your N64 games. So
I get it. I 100% understand that people have that itch that they want to play old games and, relive their childhood, whatever, right? But you're spending $50 on like 10-year-old games that you don't even own, and do you even know if they're going to be carried over to the next Switch, like Switch 2, for example, right? Like, so you're paying $50 a month, a year. And I get it. Some people justify like, oh, it's only like $2 a month if you put it, if you break it down. Like, that's not the point though. The point is like you're not getting your money's worth. I feel like, in my opinion, with what Nintendo is offering you right now. Meanwhile, you have people or the companies like Sony and Microsoft who are giving you a huge amount more, right? You're getting like
more bang for your buck.
You're getting more bang for your buck with a more stable online experience at that for a little bit more, for about $10 more, right? So it just doesn't make sense to me on a financial perspective. And I just spoke about me having 2 Switches for absolutely no reason, and here I am talking about finances. So take whatever I have to say with a grain of salt, but that's just my two cents.
Now, I don't know if this helps at all, but you can also play online N64 games. So you could play Mario Kart 64 with your friends, which, again, doesn't warrant the price, but is pretty cool because you never could really do that before. All right,
I agree.
You can, when you're also playing online, you can display a hand-shaped cursor on your friend's screen to give hints and point out locations for the N64 game. So if I'm stuck in a place in Ocarina of Time, I won't be because I know the game like the back of my hand. You can pin if you see me playing, you can be like, oh no, it's like right here. This is where you need to go.
That's pretty cool.
So that I thought was interesting. Here's the thing, Nintendo. This is how you fix it.
Oh shit, Rob's about to go into town right now.
Add voice chat. Add a real party system. Add a real party system. Why do we not have a real party system right now?
You have this, Rob. You have your phone where you can easily able to connect to your phone with the app that Nintendo made with money involved and people involved in that app to justify the fact that you have some type of chat system. So that's their way of making things
Nintendo
right.
they're just being power hungry, and they don't want, or money hungry, and they don't want to invest in the amount of development time it takes to make online chat in their service.
How much money and resources does that really take, though?
I'm sure it takes a decent amount of resource, obviously, but PlayStation does it. It's because you got to look at your competitors, and then you got Discord. You don't necessarily even need to build it yourself. Just add a Discord app into.
Let me rephrase that. How much does it really cost Nintendo to do this and like how much Nintendo has? Like I don't think it would be
in
that
scope. Yes,
trouble.
yes. It's not gonna cost them, whatever. But
Right.
again, if you don't even want to build it yourself, add a Discord app to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's outrageous. I mean that's my opinion. I'm interested to see are you kind of like on the same line with me as far as like how outrageous this price is? Like what do you think?
You're paying for nostalgia is what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Again, if you're an Animal Crossing fan and you want the DLC,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Again, it's like $25 on its own. You might as well just do the online, right? Pay the extra $30 and you get the Nintendo 64 games, right?
Sure.
But if you don't play Animal Crossing, it's expensive.
Yeah, isn't it weird that they added Animal Crossing to the mix of this, or is it just me? I just feel like why Animal Crossing? Again, for those that enjoy Animal Crossing, like this is a great DLC pack for you guys because from what I understand, it brings a lot to Animal Crossing, and this being the last DLC for it, it looks like it gives that good, it gives the incentive for people that play Animal Crossing, the incentive to actually purchase the DLC. But why Animal Crossing for something like this, right? I don't know. To me, that's weird.
I could see what a lot of people doing is they're going to do like a 1 month pass or a 2 month pass and just play the crap out of these games. It's like, all right, I got my fill. I beat them again for like
you scratched that itch.
And I'm done. And I paid like $20, however much it was for the 3 month or whatever. I don't even know if they actually have that option. I think you have to do a 1 year or something like that. Like you're roped into doing the.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are.
Now, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, do we know if they're gonna update this list? Are they gonna remove like games from this? Like what's the
I know
story
Majora's
behind that?
Mask is coming. There's another big title coming to N64. The online Switch thing.
I know Banjo and Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie is coming as well. That's coming. So they are going to be expanding, but there's only a finite amount of Nintendo 64 games. Right?
Sure.
It's not like there's a ton of N64 games. No, it's the ones that you want to play are pretty much going to be included in this thing. And then that kind of scares you because like think of like people want the GameCube stuff.
Yeah.
How much
I
are they
think
gonna
that
charge
might
for the
be
GameCube
next.
stuff?
And imagine that, right? Like
Yeah.
once they get rid of, like, or once they finish through the lineup of all their 64 games, then comes like the other games, right? Like their major hitters from like GameCube or something like that. And again, like you said, how much are they going to charge for that? Is it going to be another like $30 fucking dollars? Are you going to pay $100 a year just to like play Nintendo games? Like, obviously that's a little bit far fetched, but I would have never thought Nintendo would have taken this big of a leap as far as price point goes. If you would have asked me like 2 weeks ago, I would have probably said, yeah, they might charge you like an extra $5-10 at most for this. So maybe like, I just maybe $30 a year at most for this, like including like your previous online service. So I just don't think, I just find it ridiculous. I don't know, it's crazy.
The better, it would almost be better if they just said, hey, we're just going to release these games for Switch and pay like they're like $20 each, just buy them. Then you just like pick and choose what you wanted. Like I want Ocarina of Time. I want to play Ocarina of Time on the go on my Switch. I want to just do it. All right. I pay $20 and I have it forever and ever.
Yep.
So, but that family plan for $80, if you get 8 friends, it's $10.
That's cool.
Yearly so if we know 8 people that want this, then it's a good deal. At $10 a month.
I don't have 8 friends, so that already is out of like nobody in my family plays games, so that to me makes no sense. So it'd be you, like unless we get some of our friends like combined and just be like and just create a fucking family cult of Nintendo dorks and just pay this off. Like maybe that might work, but like I don't have enough friends to like make this work for me. So this is like, if anything, this is more disrespectful to me than anything. I'm like, thanks, Nintendo.
And then with the family plan, up to 8 people, like who like how many family members do you have where like are playing Nintendo Switch in a family? You know what I mean? A family. It's like mom, dad, sister, brother, sister. You know what I mean? Like it's a very weird number. But
do you think they'll be adding more like DLC to this service? Like, do you think this is just like a way to get people in there for those that like Animal Crossing? Like, again, I find this very weird that they added a DLC for specifically for Animal Crossing, you know?
If they do that, it's going to be kind of annoying. For example, they might do it for Arceus. They might be like, it comes out and it's like, all right, there's a DLC that's coming out, but you can get it with the expansion pass.
Right.
You know?
That would be some shit. That'd be that's crazy. If they do that, that's some low ball shit right there.
Anyhow, so we're not very pleased with this. Obviously, it's not a good deal unless you're a diehard. You want to pay that tax for the nostalgia. But listen, my PC, you can just download an emulator.
Wow.
Play it for free. Just saying, Nintendo, I can do it. I know it's illegal, but I can do it.
You say that, but it's true. Like, it kind of pushes people to do that. Not that you should, but it pushes people to do that because of how outrageous the price is, you know? I'm not going to lie, I do kind of want to play Yoshi's Story again. So there was like a slight second, maybe split second and a half where I was like, this kind of might be worth it just to play Yoshi's Story. But then I completely like said, no, fuck this.
If we get at least 4 or 5 people, it's already cheap. Just saying.
Yeah, but it's again, it's not the fact that it's cheap. Like, obviously, you and I can buy this. Like, we can do this, no problem, right? It's just the value. The value of it is not acceptable in my opinion. There's nothing like before you even add something to this, you need to work on your like online like infrastructure first. Like, I feel like your online infrastructure should be priority first because you don't have that backbone for it, and you need to improve that first before you start adding like digital titles to your service. You know what I mean?